What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dolphins versus the World. And as always, I'm joined by our producer, Joel. And for this episode, we have a very special guest today. Anthony is away on vacation here, so we had to get someone to fill in, and we got the drunkest fish we know, Marlon.
What's good? What's good? It's good to be here. I'm not gonna lie, that intro caught me way off guard. In my mind. That was nuts. It's next.
Yeah, Marlon, big time Dolphins fan. He's as diehard as it comes. He's got quite a bit of stories of him willing the Dolphins to victory here. That I'm sure we'll get into. But yeah, dude, got anything to say to the people?
No, it's just good to be here. I'm gonna assume the demographic is just Dolphins fans, so my plan was just to say fins up and win them over.
I think they'll love you. I think you're right. You're right on track. but yeah, we'll get into it here. So I got to ask you, what was going through your mind? We haven't talked like face to face since the Jets game, or not the Jets game. Might as well have been the Jets, the Broncos.
Pretty much.
What were you thinking during that beatdown? Like when?
I was watching the game with my grandma. She's crazier about the Dolphins than I am. She's been through thick and thin. But it's just at one point, she's like, how many points are you willing to take? I said, I'll take 50. But that's it. That's it. Like no lower than 50. She's like, all right, if you had to pick a lower number, I'm like, all right, 49. And then when we got to 50, I'm like, all right, well, let's just go out and get 70. And then once we just kept going and going, I'm just like, all right, let's just embarrass these clowns and get to 100. So
I seriously think we could have.
I just wanted more points. It just wasn't enough. We haven't seen that ever.
That was wild. Not even like the Miami Hurricanes are doing that in that stadium. No. Well, these days they might be, actually, depending who they're playing. It was looking literally like it was like a Bethune-Cookman Hurricanes game there. It was so awesome.
It was like we were playing a Pop Warner team, but we just look so much faster than pretty much everyone we play. It's so electric. It's amazing.
And yeah, and we've known each other. We've watched some crappy football for the Dolphins over the years. So that felt great. And I just hope we could keep this going and just dominate the Bills this week. What if we did that to the Bills? What would you say?
I would just start playing the parade, the route, the bars I'm going to. I would just get the champagne ready and be ready to go.
It wouldn't be when the parade would be. It'd be how
just the route.
Be when.
Yeah, it'll just be the route.
But yeah, the Dolphins got to step it up too. We're all South Florida fans here. Rough day yesterday for the Heat. I was expecting Lillard to be at what we were going to welcome him at the Giants home game, was my guess here. I thought we were going to just have him come out full Dolphins. Gary shaking hands with Tyreek. Messi's there too.
Throwing out a first pitch for the fish or something, but I just feel lied to, robbed, and cheated. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Add a long list of cities of just enemies and victims.
My God, man. But we got the Dolphins, so everything's gonna be all right. And yeah, we're ready here to go up to Buffalo. These games are always intense. It feels like. Going back to the 3 last year, I want to say they were all one-score games. The last one, us going up there in the playoffs with Skylar Thompson. We don't have Skylar Thompson now. So we're here. We're ready. I expect this to be like a tough ass game. I don't think it's going to be us putting up 70 points. I just hope it's not too big of a reality check for us, though. But what are your quick overall thoughts of how the game's going to
go? So everyone's thinking this is going to be a shootout. It's the highest scoring team. We have the most points per game. I think it's 44 and a half or 43 and a half, something like that. And they're 33. They're number 2. So people are thinking this might be a shootout, but I don't know. I think we're going to slow it down, hopefully, and just grind it out. It's gonna be tough. We haven't won here since 2016, so it'll be tough.
Yeah, everyone as good as we've been these past 2 years. The division still goes through Buffalo. I know, just looking at the favorites here. I was checking the other day for betting odds. We're minus 145. if we lose this game, like Buffalo goes to like probably minus 145. Like it's that big of a game. Like this is not for the division like this early in the season, but it's honestly like as big of it gets. Like this is the games you got to win if you want to be a real team here.
No, 100%. I mean, when I'm looking at the AFC, it's just like us, the Chiefs, Buffalo. Like those are, in my opinion, are the only other two threats. So, I mean, it's early in the season, but it's definitely an important one. It's the biggest game for both teams by far so far.
We got to get a home playoff game here. I've had one in my life, and it was just an absolute just beat down. Yeah. We played the Ravens with Ray Lewis. I mean, that sucked. I remember that game.
I hate losing to Baltimore. I hate the Ravens.
I hate them. But dude, what else can we talk about for this game? I mean, I think like Vic Fangio is going to be able to force Josh Allen to be an idiot, which he loves to do. If you could get him being aggressive, throw the ball down the field, like he'll do it, and he will mess up. The way he's been good is when he just like you take away the deep shots and he dinks and dunks his way down the field. He's comfortable doing that, but he's good at it. Like he used to not be, but now he can do it. It's when you give him the home run shot, he'll either overthrow it by 60 yards or throw it to the other team.
I'd even let him beat him on with his feet this game. Like if he wants to run all game, let him run all game.
Honestly, I could see this happening. Like Javon Holland's been hunting the football. Like they've been teaching. I think Bradley Chubb too against the Patriots. He had that sick ass forced fumble, and Josh Allen holds that thing like a loaf of bread. Like when he is running around, he has it one hand, like swim moving people. I could see that happening, like causing big turnover. Like that's what I'm starting to think for this defense. Like a lot of people are saying it's bad, and I'm not there yet. But this defense has big play potential. Like they could get a turnover or two here in any game that switches momentum.
Yeah, I mean, after the first game, there was a lot of red flags and question marks. But I mean, they're getting better week by week, and the pressure's there. We just gotta finish it. Just finish it and execute. Get more sacks. Like just force Josh Allen to not be comfortable, and we'll just this might be the first win in Buffalo in 8 years. What? 8 years? 9, 6? I don't know. Seven. Quick math.
Yeah. Quick math. Dude, honestly, I did not know it was that long. Like I was thinking that there was one there, but I mean, dude, I think I saw he's 9-1 against us in his career, which is insane.
Yeah. The one being a number, but I mean, who's he played really? I mean, like the lineup, like this is the best roster by far. So,
yeah, if Ryan Fitzpatrick he beat, I'd probably Josh Rosen played one of those games. We got up here. This is a big game, man. I mean, this is as big as it gets. Week 4 in the NFL, like, and last year it was the same thing. Like that game had like such a big time feel to it, and I'm sure this one too because they were complaining so much about the heat and everything. They wind their way into this game being played in September.
Yeah, I mean it's called home field advantage for a reason. Just make it hotter in Buffalo. Like don't moan. Like you got to come down here once a year.
Remember last game when we went up there, they were throwing like the snowballs.
They're just ridiculous. The Bills Mafia. They need to be little brother.
This is a call out to Bills Mafia. Like, why don't you come down and party at Club Space here for a few days?
I'll single-handedly
see what you're made of.
I think I've single-handedly broken or jumping through more tables than all of Bills Mafia. To be
honest. Maybe. I'd love to get up there for a game though. Honestly, like that seems like such a sick place to just tailgate at. Like,
it'd probably be electric, honestly.
Oh, dude, too cold though. And then when they do the ketchup mustard guy, Pinto Ron.
Yeah.
Just animals. They're all animals up there. But yeah, so let's get into this here. I'm gonna bring up here the injury report here. But what are your plans for this game?
1 o'clock Sunday, probably recover from Dare. Sleep until like 12:30, 12:45, and then be ready to just go right back at it and kill Buffalo. I mean, that's about it.
All right, let's see here. We got I know the injury report for us today was pretty positive. Yesterday, Jalen Phillips and Connor Williams did not practice. However, Connor Williams practiced today. If Connor Williams is out, I honestly would almost pick Buffalo. I think he matters that much because the drop off at center, like Liam Eichenberg is horrible. And then the other practice squad center, Alama Ulevi, is maybe worse somehow than Liam Eichenberg, if that's even possible. So Connor Williams has to play in my mind for this game to be competitive. What about you?
I'm just so surprised at how well the line's doing. Like, it is just such a shock. I mean, they were the worst part of the team, like by far. And it's just like they have shocked me. They have shocked me. But yeah, losing Connor would be massive.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, you know me. I'm always chirping the O-line.
Yeah,
I'm always complaining about it. And this year has been like unbelievable. Like, not even in my wildest dreams did I think, even if like we did what I would want to do with the O-line, I wouldn't think the O-line would be playing this good. Like, if we got out and signed like the 5 best O-linemen, I don't think they'd be playing this well. And I honestly could not tell you, like, if it's the coaching. I think it's a combination of everything, like the coaching, to again the ball out fast, like the play calling just being unreal. Like,
he gets the ball out so fast. My God,
yeah, such a pocket presence, man.
How many sacks have we given up? 2?
I think it's one. I think it's one. I don't think we did.
Oh my God! Just keep protecting him, and then, like we can see what he can do clearly. Like, he's an MVP caliber quarterback. It's just keep them safe.
Yes, honestly. And then, dude, and then the Dolphins are like leading in like every award category.
Yeah,
it's just like Mike McDaniel's a favorite for Coach of the Year, Tyreek for Offensive Player of the Year. Like, we're
MVP,
everything.
I mean, Tua's biggest competition for MVP is Kirk Cousins, and he might not even win a game. So,
Kirk Cousins is going to get traded to the Jets and then just get hurt also.
Yeah, what a year he's having to not win. It's unbelievable.
You know what's the worst thing about this weekend that I just thought of? Like, we got to watch our team like play glorious football at 1 p.m. and then we're stuck Sunday night watching the Chiefs and the Jets. We're forced to watch Zach Wilson on primetime.
Taylor Swift will be there, though. That's a plus.
Yeah. Dude, I saw someone tweet. I think it was maybe Big Cat's like, dude, like Zach, like you got to feel for Zach Wilson. This can be the most watched Sunday night football game ever because of Taylor Swift. Yeah. It's just going to be horrible.
Just to watch him get embarrassed.
The locker room's falling apart. Like, people are fighting on the sideline because he's in.
So bad.
But thank God. Like, that is, we've came from poverty to the high life here. Like with Mike McDaniel. Dude, I can't talk enough about how much I love Mike McDaniel. Like,
I mean, the system works. It's electric.
It's unbelievable.
It's not even that we're just winning games. Like, it's fun to watch.
Exactly. Like every time you watch it back, like I was watching back the film again. And I don't know if you watched this guy. Have you ever watched the QB School with JT O'Sullivan? Anthony, my co-host here, he put me onto it. Great watch. Like, they just breaks down the film from like a former quarterback, dude. And it's just crazy. Like, so the one pitch play, the no look play, I didn't notice it until recently. But after he does the no look, he already is celebrating. Like, he knows it was a touchdown, which is just insanity.
In real time, I didn't realize it either. And I heard the whole crowd erupt. I'm like, I mean, what was it was the little shovel pass. What happened? And then I watched the replay, and then I rewatched all the highlights, and I'm like, it just gets crazy and crazier the more you watch it. And I don't know if you've seen the one point of view from like the camera, like behind the goalpost. It looks like insane. It's God. It's
unbelievable. Like, my one fear is just that like the Broncos, like, obviously they're that bad.
They're bad. They're really bad.
They're really, dude, the Bears Broncos game this week, like, that shouldn't be allowed on TV.
4 unwin teams are going to play each other.
Oh, all those teams deserve to draw. Like,
yeah, they might.
Oh my God. Like, it is so bad. What's so funny too for the Broncos is last year their defense was like the best defense ever until they like quit. And now their defense is like the worst ever while their offense has a pulse.
I mean, Surtain got just torched all day.
By everyone. Even Robbie Chosen was burning him. It was it's not even on the team until he had to be.
Crazy.
It's honestly like, I think if we were doing this podcast like 3 years ago, we'd be like just like complaining about everything, how terrible we are. And then here we are just like having fun. Like it's as a Dolphins fan, like to have fun watching this team. It doesn't even feel real.
It's crazy. I mean, what we've been through.
Honestly,
our whole lives,
entire lives. Like I can't even say it enough. Like I mean, same as you, dude. Like there's been some rough hangs with these teams, with these Dolphins teams.
Yeah.
When Tano was a QB, I swear we would just get the ball back down one score. Like we just need a touchdown to go down and win. Never could score a touchdown. It was impossible.
God, Tannehill. People thought he was the future.
Thank God. Honestly, if we had to like have Ryan Tannehill and figure it out as long as we did just to get to Tua, so be it. It ended up working out in the end here. But my God, I hated that guy so much.
Fun fact about Tannehill, he's tied with passing touchdowns with Keenan Allen.
I did not expect to hear that.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's tough. That's not good. That's not good.
No.
But yeah, I'm trying to look here for the Bills injury report here. I honestly I have not looked at it yet, just to see who's on it for them. Got anything you're looking forward to for this game or whatever while I'm pulling this up here?
Looking forward to. I'm nervous about the special teams. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you watched the game last week. Oh, you were there. Yeah, you were there. So, yeah, we played this small Pop Warner team from Colorado, and we punted once. We kicked 10 makeable extra points. I mean, you got to think the legs are not warmed up. They're not ready to go. A bad punt here. I mean, the one thing that really, like, joking aside, that really makes me nervous is if this game comes down to like a field goal.
We aren't winning if this.
Or we get stopped in like this at like the end of the first half, and we got to kick a field goal, and Sanders just murders us.
I was saying on this before, like I think there's going to be a game this year we lose because of Jason Sanders.
Probably
like Connor Williams, like bad snaps could cost us a game. Like at one point. And I was trying to think of the third thing. I can't remember. But yeah, dude, this guy has punted 3 times all season.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. But we also can't be going for like 4th down on our own 20 against the Bills. Like Denver, I understand. But against Buffalo, I mean, we're definitely not doing that fullback dive again, or I'll lose it.
That was tough. That was a tough call. It was like, I don't disagree with the going for it, but that was a bad call. Like, do something creative.
But what was I going to say? Could you imagine, though, back to the special teams, this is like if we did go for the record and Sanders just shanks it.
That's what I was saying there. I'm like,
they have left the stadium alive.
They're going to get everyone to turn on this guy when he misses his field goal. Like, that would be the most pressure kick he's had in his life if he had to kick that.
Dude, oh, my God. If he would have missed it, it would have been
on him. Whoever is left supporting him would have turned.
Yeah, I don't think he would have made it out of the stadium. Like 100%. I don't think he would have.
Dude, the fans were like pissed that we didn't kick the field goal.
I know. I could hear it. I could hear it on TV.
It was so loud. The booing. I'm like,
dude, I was pissed for a little bit. And I mean, listen, you're not trying to embarrass them. We already put 70 on their head. Just kick the field goal. Give Miami something to root for. Like it's ridiculous.
That's what I was saying. Like the embarrassment was done.
Yeah, it was done.
70 on the board.
It was done when Tua was still playing in the third. Like we buried them.
Like there was no like what if we kicked that field goal, like Sean Payton was gonna like come out and just start fighting us. Like that was I don't understand I think they just were like, dude, like we don't want that pressure of us, like people talking about that all week.
I think they honestly didn't do it out of like safety for Jason Sanders.
Maybe that's another theory that I would say, like, because if he missed, like legitimately people would have and then if it came down like to a game-winning field goal and he missed again, which is like gonna happen,
he'd be dead.
He would be dead. He'd be dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got the Bills injury report up here. Jordan Poyer didn't practice again.
He's mad. That kid's a stud.
Yeah, that'd be big if he's missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. Everyone else for them that was on there, full go. Yeah. And then as for us, Jalen Phillips is pretty much the only name on there that looks. Does anyone know what happened yet?
He left early against Denver. No, yeah.
I don't know if I told you this, but I shared on the pod here, the one we did before. But when I was leaving the stadium, like we were just by where the players' cars come in, and like the park attendant's like, yeah, Jalen Phillips like left like in the third quarter, like he just was out of here. Like I assume he was going to get like treatment. A little weird, I know, right?
I mean, I feel like he could have gotten treatment there, but unless he needed something major done or something, that's wild.
Like I don't think there's beef or anything, but I mean, it was weird. Like the team was that like not even done doing press conferences or anything, and then the guy was just like, yeah, I mean, he left like 30 minutes ago. It's weird.
I hope it's not like internal, but
we'll see. I mean, that'd really suck if there was a problem. I can't imagine what it was.
No, I mean the kid's he's a monster.
We'll start getting into the actual breaking down of the game here. Yeah, so I would say here, I'll give a key to victory here, and you give one too. I think that for us, the most important thing here is going to be the O-line. I know we were just talking about how good it's been all season.
Yeah.
How sharp it's looked, but I'm not sure if we played any good D-lines yet. And I think Buffalo's is going to be a real test. Like we'll know right away too. Like in the middle of the first quarter or the end of the first quarter, if they're getting pressure, then there's obviously a problem. If we're holding up, then I feel good. But I think that's going to be the biggest thing is keeping Tua upright. Because when he's had a clean pocket this year, I mean, he's been a master.
It's unbelievable what he's been able to do, just getting the ball out so quick.
It's been ridiculous. I can't even just say enough. I mean, he's just been so efficient. Like, I just love looking at all the charts where it just has him in the insane top right. Like, they got to extend the graph to fit him in.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you? What's your first thing you're looking for here?
So back like how I was saying, like people think this game's gonna be a shootout, and like these are the two highest scoring offenses per game in the league. I don't think there's any team in the NFL that's going to be able to keep up with us. So I think just set the tone early. We haven't won here since 2016. Get the crowd, try to get them out of the game or quiet, just quick. Maybe go like the speed kills. Speed kills. No one's going to stay with us. Honestly, I want the ball first. Get the ball first, set the tone, score quick, and then they know like we're going to have to keep up with this. It is going to be a shootout. And I don't think any team has the offense to do this.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job against New England, taking the crowd out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were trying to do that, but I mean, towards the middle of the third quarter, you could hear a pin drop there. That'd be nice if it was like that in Buffalo too. Second for me, sort of defensively, it's just getting help to the weaker corners. For better, for worse, like Xavier Howard has been rough this season.
Many penalties.
Yeah, he's been rough. Penalties, like I think he's graded out as one of the worst last season, and he's not off to a good start this year. And he's still good to have like a game-breaking play, an interception, but him and like Eli Apple on the field together, like we're getting picked apart by Mac Jones at points.
Yeah.
Josh Allen will be able to just shred him. So I don't know how you're going to be able to get him help, but that's like just going to more zone. I see we've been playing a lot of man here, which is not typical for Vic Fangio. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's like just because of the personnel we have. He doesn't feel comfortable running zone, but you got to get help to these guys because Stephon Diggs will like tear us apart.
Yeah.
Let him.
I mean, I said before we even signed Eli Apple, he's not good. He's bad.
He's terrible. I didn't realize he was this bad.
I think he's one of the worst DBs in the league.
He might be. He seriously might be. Like, just get anyone else. Like, you can put like the tackling dummy there at least that's in the way. But what about you? Got a second key here?
I already said one earlier. Was the special teams. You got to worry that the legs are just rusty. I mean, we barely used them, especially Sanders. I mean, he makes me just so nervous every time he goes up for a field goal, which has not been often. But yeah, special teams has to be ready. I mean, I really hope it doesn't come down to a field goal, a game-winning field goal.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, how New England gained momentum in the last game was that blocked kick by that like just nonsense motion special teams.
That was crazy. That was wild.
That was like they spent all week practicing that. They're like, well, we can't beat them by playing defense, and our offense sucks. So we just have to cook up a special teams play here.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm sending a first-round pick to San Francisco for Jake Moody.
Dude, that guy's electric.
That he's unreal. He's the MVP of their team.
Yeah. Thirdly, here the last thing, I'm gonna say just like the coaching matchup, not necessarily like McDaniel versus McDermott, but sort of like the aggressiveness, like going for it on fourth down, not wasting a challenge in this game.
Yeah.
I challenge Mike McDaniel to do that, to actually use your challenges and win them. That'd be awesome. Not leave it we didn't need him last game, but I feel like often we come to the locker room having like 3 timeouts in hand. That's something like you get better with as time. Like as a coach, and it's only his first, time calling plays, first time being or second year now calling plays, being a head coach. But McDermott's been there for a while. He doesn't make mistakes like that and just punt games away. Like he's not a Shanahan who doesn't get aggressive, or a Mike McCarthy who just is an idiot. Like he's going to play like good games, and same thing with special teams, like the margins, like because these are two really good football teams.
Yeah.
Like who are going to be able to go blow for blow with each other. Like I have no doubt in my mind that if the Bills like need to score 40 to win this game, they could. I'm not going to say they are, but they could if their offense is can go to if it needs to.
Second best in the league, in terms of scoring. But McDaniel, not great at challenges. Not great at challenges. You'd think he'd have someone in his ear chirping like, "Hey."
I think he does. That guy must just like.
Unless that's the problem. Unless that guy chirping is the problem. He's like, "Oh, we got this. We got this." He's like, "Oh."
They're not even close. Like, and they're like not even.
They're
it's
bad.
crazy.
They're bad.
Yeah, but you got a third key here.
I got a third key. I mean, maybe fast forward like with technology, like 30,000 years, and just repair Jalen Ramsey's leg or whatever it is. What is it? Was it an ACL or was it Achilles?
His meniscus.
His meniscus. Like repair that and get him on the field. That, or maybe Messi can come play football. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. And then what else do we got here? Do you got any prop bets or anything for this game?
So I'm gonna take the spread, obviously, because one, I think we're gonna win the game, and two, we're 3-0 against the spread. If I had to pick an anytime score for Buffalo, Gabe Davis. He's been a touchdown machine. Yeah. And what about you?
I'm just looking real quick here. I saw this one. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna play it like just because I think it's a little stupid. But team to score the longest field goal. Both teams are minus 115. I think Buffalo is a slam dunk bet.
Yeah.
For them to get as we were saying, Chase Sanders is terrible. I also think that our offense, we'll get aggressive on fourth down and go for it. Mm-hmm. So I think that honestly, that'd be
I mean, that's not a bad bet. Sanders can't make a kick past 30 yards anyways. So
exactly. So yeah. So I think the number one for me would be Bills to score the longest field goal. I see minus 115. Mm-hmm. Not financial advice or anything, but
not financial advice.
If you're into the prop game, I think that's a pretty decent one here. Mm-hmm. Man, this total though is so high for an NFL game. One bad drive, one turnover in the red zone, that total's dead. So
3.5.
I cannot play that total. Even though I think it could go, this could be an 80-point game. I think also, like I said, one turnover in the red zone, something, a 9-minute drive. I'm really curious to see what the Bills try to do here if they try to keep the ball away from the offense.
I think so. I think they're going to put together longer drives. I mean, it would make the most sense. We have the most scores under a minute. Was it a minute 19? They showed the graphic during the game. We have the most scores by far. I think we have 6 already. 6 or 7. So they're definitely going to try to keep the time of possession and slow this down because they're a high scoring team, but they're not going to want to get in a foot race with us.
No. So I'm going to read here Anthony's keys to the game. He wanted to share them here. So we got first, limit turnovers. I think that's a good one. As far as the Dolphins turnovers go, I mean, that killed. Do we have 2 turnovers against the Patriots? I think we only had 1, but then against the Chargers too. I mean, the bad snaps, like we're
the bad. I mean, that it's the most frustrating thing to watch.
Yeah, just stop like the mental mistakes. And then he's got pound the rock here, run the ball. I mean, that's what's opened up like the passing game and gotten Tyreek so wide open. Mm-hmm. Like the running game has been great. Devon Achan now forgot. Yeah. I can't believe I've been saying his name wrong the whole time, and like everyone did, and now runs for 200 yards. He's like, "You're gonna call me by my right name."
Yeah, I deserve some respect.
He does. And then lastly, play the pass on defense by Josh Allen. Yeah, I'd agree with that. But like you said, I kind of am on board with letting him run, letting him use his legs. I mean, because he when he was playing the Jets and it was like 3rd and 15, he's like 9 yards short of the first down, and then dives and does the helicopter. Like he'll do something like that, man.
Oh, and another betting anytime score. Waddle will get his first touchdown of the year this week.
I still haven't waddled this year. I'm on board with that one too. Mm-hmm. It's time. It cannot be 5 weeks without waddling. Mm-hmm. That's no man.
I've been waiting to do it all year.
I've been practicing all off season. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to waddle. He might have a monster game here.
I mean, the defensive focus has to be on Tyreek, obviously. So he could dominate this game for like 115 and 2 scores.
He had a good game. I think definitely the first game against the Bills last year. I can't remember the other 2. The one regular season one where Tua played. I don't remember his stats. I'm gonna look him up real quick. But yeah. Any sleeper players you got for us? Open to make a big game here. Yeah, he only had 3 catches, but he had 114 yards in the second game against the Bills here.
Dude, I like what Berrios is doing with his limited amount of touches each game. He's getting like maybe 4 targets, maybe a game, not even. I like what he's doing.
He's killing it in the run block game.
Yeah. I like Berrios a lot. Who else? I mean, the 1-2 pot, the Mostert and Achan. Like, it's so crazy just taking 1-4-3 runner out, 1-3-4, a 4-3-40 runner out, and then just bring another one right in. That's fast. Like, it's crazy.
I can't believe, like, how do you match up against this? Seriously, over a whole season. Like, these guys are so fast, and I'm so curious to see what's going to happen when like the full playbook is out for the Dolphins and how teams adjust. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how you do, but like right now it's just poetry. Like what they're doing out there, it's so insane. Like you couldn't even do it in Madden. Like no,
it's video game numbers. I mean, it's crazy. The team's special. The team's special. That's for sure.
All right. Well, want to do some score predictions here?
Yeah. Go ahead. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with Anthony's first here. Okay. He's got Dolphins 33-27, winning. For me, I'm gonna go Dolphins 38, Buffalo 30.
Yeah.
I think they'll have the ball, and then we'll get a big sack, big time sack from Andrew Van Ginkel to end the game.
All right, I'm gonna go against the public here because everyone thinks it's just gonna be a shootout. I'll just do good old 24-21 Fins. and Sanders is going to win us this game. He's going to win us this game. I'm so nervous about him, but he'll pull through. He'll pull through. The one field goal he's going to make, like either early in the first or end of the first half, that's going to be the difference maker. Jason,
you don't want him at the end of the game with the game on his line kicking it.
Absolutely not. If that's what's happening, then no.
We'll win the game on special teams. We'll make them miss. All the fans will be blowing on their TVs from down here. I know I will. Gotta just get involved however you can. We're me and Marlon are perennial just idiots watching every game, doing stupid stuff that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a good. Every like is made. You guys gotta like now. But yeah, I mean, so to kind of look ahead here, just real quick before we wrap up, the Dolphins, if they win this, I mean, win or lose, either way, 3-1 is a great start to the season. But I mean, the next two games are like
they're gimmies.
Anything can happen in the NFL, but those are two games. If you want to be in the playoffs, you're going to have to win those, and you should win those comfortably.
Right. No, I mean, those are the Giants and Panthers are two very, very bad teams.
So bad. So, those are two bottom 5 teams. The Panthers are really bad. And then, then it gets a little bit difficult with the Eagles, Patriots, and Chiefs. Those are 3 tough games. Even though we beat the Patriots and honestly we dominated them, I think they're going to come back and probably give us a better game this time, truth be told, because I think once Belichick, he sees what he didn't really work. Like it worked to what he wanted to, but I mean, we still move the ball up and down the field. I mean, Tyreek Hill didn't beat him over the top, but I mean, he beat him in every other way, pretty much. After that, though, I mean, it's easy until the Cowboys Christmas Day. Like Raiders should beat them, Jets should beat them, Commanders should beat them, Titans, you should beat them, Jets again should beat them.
And then Ravens, Bills.
Yeah. Dude, those last 3 games are brutal.
They're tough.
No,
they're tough. They're tough.
But hopefully by that time, like, we're looking more towards winning the division or bigger things and fighting for a wild card spot.
It could come down to the last game of the year.
It could. That could be for the division.
Yeah.
The 1 seed, wild card game, like everything. But yeah, I mean, it's even like from before the season, I would have said like you need the 1 seed matters a lot in the AFC, but like with the Jets basically like eliminated from ever being a real football team, and then the Bengals like I have no faith that Joe Burrow's all of a sudden calf is going to heal when they keep playing him.
No, that is the craziest like just flip that I've seen. Like how quick they went to poverty. It's unreal. He's definitely not all there, but it's crazy how bad they are.
Dude, and like the only reason they beat the Rams is because the Rams have no pass rush. Like their defense is garbage. But like I think they're going to struggle this week, and they keep playing him. Like, dude, you got to shut him down. Like, let him heal. Yeah. Like, even if you don't win anything this year, like, dude, that's your quarterback for the next like 10 plus years. What do you?
I fully expected him to sit out like the first like at least like 2-3 weeks, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, I mean, between those 2 being out and the Jags aren't looking great yet. I mean, they'll turn it around, but I don't know. They don't look like their defense is bad, really bad. And then, I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been fine, but these guys are like dropping any pass. Like all those receivers, I think they have the most drops in the NFL.
The Jags are terrible. Like they cost me a life in my survivor pool. You thought I hated them before. Now they've made an enemy for life.
Yeah, the Ravens cost me my survivor.
Yeah, it's just like
this is a fun 3 weeks. Fun 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got anything else before we wrap up here?
I don't think so. Waddle 2 touchdowns. That's it. Guaranteed. He's scoring. Get in the end zone. I love Waddle. I'm ready.
Waddle.
I'm ready to dance.
I'm ready. So that'll be it. Yeah, I mean, thank you for joining us. Loved having you on. Always great fun hanging out with you, talking with you. Hearing your thoughts on the Dolphins and how much far superior we are to every other football team to ever play football.
Yeah.
But from us here at Dolphins versus the World, we'll be back here next week to give our thoughts about this Bills game. But yeah, from us, Joel, Anthony, me, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that. Drop a like. Jason Sanders will make a field goal if you do. If you don't, it's on you. So think about that. Please like, share. It really does help. Guys, fins up. Let's go beat Buffalo.
Fins are back. Fins up.